One of the biggest things a pastor should never have, and man, God's servant mentioned it just now, is familiarity with God. Never. I'm seeing pastors, hot prayers, they are pressing their phone. Hot prayers going on. There are pastors. When last did you cry in the place of prayer? A great man said, revival is when brother hot knees meets sister wet eyes. When last you are not broken, nothing moves you, prayers are being made and you are communicating. Once I sense that, I tell myself this person won't go far in life. Familiarity with God. Many of us have become so familiar. Am I communicating here? God can applaud your work, but he must judge your life. God can applaud your work, but he must judge your life. Your work is good. It's, when I saw God praising them in Revelation chapter 2, he was saying, I know your strength. I know you have done well. I know this. He said, but I have something against you. I said, Have you discovered that God never amplifies what he told you to do that you did? He only judges what he told you not to do that you did. Adam named the garden. Adam observed the excellency of creation. Adam did a lot of things. How come it was just that fruit God amplified? Samson killed a lot of Philistines. Samson fulfilled the assignment. It was not amplified. I've told you several times that if I was allowed to write the Bible, I would have edited some things. When Abraham took his Hagar, I won't put that. It doesn't sound nice. When Samson met Delilah, I won't put that. No. When David when David was sick in his days, they don't give him drugs. They just call a lady. He was so sick, the Bible says they called a young damsel, and the king could not move. They agreed, now we know the king is sick. I would have edited all of those, but God will leave the reflexes of humanity so that you understand how to escape it when he confronts you. God said, I'm honest. In my father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. If it were not so, he expects so much. When he saw the fig tree afar, off, the Bible says he came expecting to find leaf, to find fruit, and he found nothing on the fig tree. The Bible says, he said, from today no man eat henceforth from you. No man eat henceforth from you. If you are fruitless to God, you'll be useless to man. If you are fruitless to God, you'll be useless. That fig tree had no fruits, and Jesus said, from today no man, since you are not fruitful to me, you'll be useless. You are not fruitful to me, you can't be useful to man. So you must understand that when you are useful to God, then you will be useful to man. Anointed but hidden. The Lord told me one day, I was praying, he said, son, there are so many powerful preachers who are still in obscurity. There are so many powerful preachers, and these are men that have witnessed 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dead people within the space of months come back to life, but their chairs and pew is still empty. They have seen manifestations in their personal evangelism, market evangelism, house to house evangelism. They have seen power, but they are still in obscurity. But my Bible says in Matthew 10 verse 26, there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. In Mark 4:22, nothing hidden that will not be manifested. Any power or anything that has hidden you, today by the force of grace, I see you coming out.